Ladies and gentlemen, we might have just witnessed the single-handedly greatest Grand Prix Formula One's had in the last 10 plus years. Genuinely, that race today was absolutely amazing. Now, before we dive into this video, as you go through this video, and you might notice he's not put any effort into editing this video, it's just him talking. Well, the reason why is because I was putting F1 clips in my race review videos, and they got copyrighted and taken down. So I'm not going to run a risk of that happening, so I'm just going to be talking to you guys, the camera. That is what this is going to be, is me talking to you. So, let's talk about the Brazilian Grand Prix, or the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, whatever you want to call it. First of all, I just want to say rocket-powered Mohawk is going to have an absolute field day with Lance Stroll. If you don't know, Lance Stroll crashed on the formation lap, and now it's messed up a whole thing with start procedure, and Lando Norris is under investigation for going when he wasn't supposed to go, although I thought he was supposed to go. It was a whole thing. All I gotta say is, I can't wait to see what rocket-powered Mohawk F1 is going to say. If you don't know, check that guy out. He's hilarious. Just want to say to the Alpine team real quick, hell of a performance. If you guys hold on to the 6th place, which I personally do think they're going to do, you guys just had a $50 million day, which is insane. I mean, that is insane. Going from 9th to 6th in the Constructors' Championship. Esteban Ocon led a lot of laps, but ultimately got passed by Max Verstappen, who won the race. And if you don't know, Alpine finished a solid P2 and P3, which was crazy because they only had 19 points heading into this race. And now, I believe they have 49, I don't know, something like that, put themselves into, and they went P2 and P3 and put themselves 6th place in the Constructors' Championship. Max Verstappen wins for the first time since the Spanish Grand Prix. He started 17th, comes through to win by 18, 19 seconds. Absolutely insane race for Max Verstappen. You could not have asked more from Max Verstappen. It was insane. I mean, the drive that Max put on today was crazy. I mean, top 5 Max Verstappen performance of all time. Now, what we need to talk about is Lando Norris, because quite frankly, I'm not 100% sure what Lando Norris was doing. His starts suck. Let's face that. Lando Norris has only kept his lead once this year, and it was at Singapore, where he went on to take a dominant victory. But today, off the line slow, loses it to George Russell. I'd love to show you guys that, but if I do, my video will get copyrighted. Yeah, so he just got a horrible start off the line, and as he always does, lost the position. And then he's in P2, and he runs P2 majority of the race. Then he pits, and then the rain starts coming down, and then this is where the winning move happened between the Alpines. Both Alpines, Ocon and Gasly, and Verstappen, stayed out to get track position. Red flag comes out. They change their tires in the pits. Now he's in 4th place, and it's just a whole thing, and then he goes off the track on the restart, and he ends up finishing 6th place, and he's also under investigation for a penalty, so it could be worse. He goes into the day with a 44-point lead, and now Verstappen does 18 points on him, and the championship is over. Congratulations, Max Verstappen. It's not official yet, but he will be a 4-time world champion. I never considered Lando Norris a title contender, and I think this pretty much shows that he's not a title contender. Maybe he'll be a contender in 2025, but Verstappen 100% will win the F1 championship this year. Norris has to do better. He's had the best car last, I'd say, since Miami, so 10, 12 races, any number in between there, and he's only converted it 3 times. So he needs to be better. He's not a good enough driver, quite frankly. He doesn't deserve to win the world championship. He hasn't been good enough this year. Verstappen's the only driver that's worthy of winning the world championship, and he will win. He's going to get it done, and he will win the world championship. I gotta say to Williams, that was a tough day. There's a lot of qualifying crashes. If you don't know, Alex Albon completely smacked the wall, and he was unable to race the Brazilian Grand Prix. And then Franco Colapinto, they fixed his car. He also crashed in qualifying, and then he crashed under the safety car trying to warm up his tires, and that's what brought out the red flag. But they were probably going to red flag it anyway because of the rain. And then when Franco crashed, it was a no-brainer to throw the red flag. Yeah, it was honestly kind of crazy, you know. Williams, double DNF. Ferrari, Carlos Sainz, he crashed. Unfortunate, he goes from winning the race to crashing. Super unfortunate. Lance Stroll crashed in the formation lap, and Nico Hulkenberg's disqualified. Those were your 5 DNFs. Somehow with all this craziness, somehow the Sauers were still 13th and 15th. They're just so slow. As far as I know, it's basically all but confirmed that Gabriel Bortoleto is going to be replacing Valtteri Bottas, and it's going to be Hulkenberg and Bortoleto there. And I guess for my Red Bull seats, I have Verstappen and Larson at Red Bull. And then at Racing Bulls, I have Sonoda and Isaac Hedjauer. Unfortunately, I have Franco Colapinto missing out. I think he deserves a seat, but I don't think he's going to get a seat, unfortunately. I think he's going to be like the Liam Larson this year. You'll probably see him in F1 somewhat next year. We'll have to see. But that's for a whole other video. I just got to say, it was a crazy race. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Best F1 race by far this year, and possibly even in the last 10 years. I don't know. Maybe some of those 2021 battles were better. Who knows? Maybe even Brazil in 2019 was better. Who really knows? All I got to say is, sorry for my lack of uploading lately. I've only been posting on Sundays, and it's only been me talking to the camera. I haven't truly edited and made a good video in a long time. It's just been me talking to you guys. But I can confirm to you guys that I have a video pretty much almost done, and it's an IndyCar video. Finally, an IndyCar channel is done talking about F1, because F1 goes on a 2-week break here. I'll be talking about the IndyCar silly season and probably the F1 silly season more in depth over the next 2 weeks. And I'll have another video or two. So expect between now and the next F1 race, I post 3 or 4 videos. So stay tuned for that. Get subscribed. Amazing things are happening on this channel. And see ya.